Hello, how are you? My name is Mackie and welcome to my Cheery Reads. Firstly, welcome. This is my October wrap up, and yeah, let me know what books you read in October that were your favorite. Let me know your favorite or 5-star read that you read in October. We're in November right now. I'm sorry this is late, but midterms and exams and there was a lot of things, but I'm here. Sorry it's late, but the first book that I read, well, actually, before I do that, this is going to be a bit of a different wrap up because I've been in a kind of like a slump. So there were books that I started that I didn't finish, and I just want you to tell me if I should finish them or not, because I feel like I'm the problem. Like, here it's not really the books, it may be that I'm the problem, but we don't know. Like, I don't want to put blame on me when it could just be the book. So let me know if the book is good and I should continue on. If basically saying that I'm the problem, then I will take that and I will finish that book, whichever one it is. First book that I read and completed is A Southern Storms by Brittany Cheery. It's no longer Brittany C. Cheery. I don't know if she's doing it for all her books or if it's just like this series. I'm not sure. I don't know when it happened or like when the change occurred or whatever, but anyways, it's Brittany Cheery now. This is a childhood friends to strangers to lovers. This book is about Kennedy and Jax. Kennedy is the heroine in this book. She is like gets divorced in the first chapter and she moves into the small town where Jax is at. So she previously had a child. She lost that child. I think the baby was like, it's not even a baby, like her daughter was around 6 years old, and she has a lot of panic attacks and anxiety whenever she sees a child. So if you don't like watching someone have panic attacks or reading about a person that has panic attacks or anxiety, then don't read this book. But there's also that representation. I feel like there's a lot of representation like depression and I don't know, PTSD, but never really like a panic sort of disorder. So yeah, that was fun to read about. Oh, that was fun to have that in the book. Not that like it's fun to have that, no. But yeah, it is also an interracial romance. I gave it 4 stars. It was Crumbly Sunshine, Brittany Cheery, you know, she always gives emotions and it's always heartfelt. And yeah, it was good, very good. I enjoyed it. Then I read A Dark Torment. This is a stalker romance. It is a dark romance. It is about Jonathan and Olivia. So Jonathan is actually a district attorney and he happens to be a serial killer slash stalker. Jonathan is not only a serial killer and a stalker, but he's like a paid hitman. So he gets like a contract to kill Olivia, and he sees her, he's like, no, I'm not going to kill her, I like her. Then he puts all the cameras in her house because he just wants her to be with him, and that's where kind of their relationship starts. And yeah, that's how it is. We have to find out who sent the hate after Olivia, and it's a whirlwind. I loved the other characters, her best friend and his best friend. I don't know what their book is about, like her best friend. If you know what the book is about, please let me know. I'm not sure what the title is or if the book is even out yet. So let me know if you know anything in regards to that second book with Olivia's best friend and Jonathan's best friend. Yeah. Then I read one of my favorite books that will make it into my top 10 favorite books of 2022. I read Twisted Hate by Huang. Can you see the smile on my face? This book was just it's incredible. I just love it. It's my favorite book of the Twisted series, even though I haven't read Twisted Lies. This book is about Josh Chin and Jules. This is best friend's brother. It is also kind of sort of like, I wouldn't say enemies to lovers, but like rivals, and they just get on each other's nerves. They just annoy the hell out of each other. So I wouldn't call it kind of enemies to lovers, but it kind of in the line of enemies. Yeah, it also is kind of like friends with benefits, sort of. It's just perfection. I just love, like, I would call it the evolution of this relationship, of just where they started off and to where they are now. It felt like such a real relationship. I loved their dynamic. I loved their independence, and I loved how they just lived. They were just like, they gave the vibes. It was just incredible. I love that Josh was a doctor. I think he was a surgeon, or he's just a normal doctor, like an ER doctor. And Jules is a lawyer, or she's like going to do the bar exam, something like that. I think I'm actually gonna do like a lawyer or an office romance type of recommendation, so let me know if that's something that you're interested in, and I shall do that for you. Yeah, I give this book 5 stars, of course. Like, beautiful, perfection, loved everything about it. And then I read A Broken Bonds. Now this is the first book in the Bonds That Tie. Bonds That Tie? Is it Bonds That Tie? I'm literally trying to look for the information. I don't think, okay, I did write something about it. Yeah, it's the Bonds That Tie series. It's book 1. It's reverse harem. It's a paranormal. It's new adult college romance. There's a lot of characters. It was for like a readathon. Some booktubers, Tori, Jess, McKay, Cheyenne, and Sam, but unfortunately it was cancelled. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it, because like, it's cancelled now. There's nothing you can do about it, but I can still read the books, but I don't want to. Like, I feel like the fun is gone from it. Like, I wanted to do it. Like, it's just fun to read books with fellow booktubers and have like a live show and just talk about the books, because, you know, and that's why we're here. That's why I do this, to talk about books and just have fun. Yeah, this book, it has so many characters. It's kind of like Fated Mates and something else. Truly, I don't really understand this book. What I know is there's a lot of characters. Let me say them from the top of my head without actually looking down. I remember North, Knox. Those are the 2 brothers. Knox is the evil one. North is also evil, but North is like is he like an attorney or works in like politics or something? Knox, nobody really knows what he does. He's just an asshole. Then we have Gabe. I really liked Gabe. He's kind of like quiet. I wouldn't say grumpy, but just like stoic. He's like very observant and stuff. Then we have Atlas. Was there an Atlas? I don't know. Truly, I don't know if there was an Atlas, but I think he was a good guy. Was he the good guy? Was it someone called Gabriel? There's a wolf. Gabe? I don't know what the heroine's name is. Isn't her name like Piper? Sloan. No. Let me see. Ollie. Oh, her name is... Oof. Her name is Ollie. Yeah. So, really, I don't know much about this book, and I'm just gonna keep it moving. I did finish this book, by the way. I gave it 3 stars. Yeah. Then I read A Keeping Denver by Sandy Alavarez. I don't know. Sorry. And Crystal Daniels. I actually really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars. It is about a woman. She is homeless, and I don't know what it is, but I just really enjoy seeing a character that starts from nothing or has nothing to like finding love and being like comfortable and happy. I just really enjoy those type of books. So if you have like a book that's sort of like that, comment down below what it is. I would love to add it to my TBR. Thank you very much. It's about a Denver, obviously, and a Colin Hawk. So Denver is around her 20s. She's homeless, and she kind of sleeps in like homeless shelters, and it's like rough. So in the beginning we see her like stealing some clothes from a laundry place because she has like a job interview, and she's like interviewing to be like an assistant. And yeah, she gets the job. It's also like an office romance. He's a billionaire, and I mean, goes from here. It's like less than 300 pages. It's pretty good. Kind of sad, but also you kind of see the redemption or her redemption, and you know, live in the big times with her billionaire boyfriend slash fiance slash maybe husband. Yeah, and it was fun. I liked it. Then I read one of my favorite books of October. It was by a new author to me. Her name is Gray Huffington. Is the name of this book is called Luca, and it is incredible. It is a black romance. Both the characters are black. It's just literally, it's perfection. So this book starts off with Eva. She is a single mother. Well, she's actually running from her boyfriend slash fiance of like 8 years or something. She has two girls, and she is going to this small town called Channing, and she's actually going to live with her best friend named Lyric. So yeah, Eva is just like this sweet, compassionate, just like the kindest person, or like she is like the kindest heroine I've ever read about. And I just loved the entire vibe of this book. Loved the luxury. I loved just like literally, it was just like a black love, black magic. It was just beautiful. We have Luca, who is the main hero. He is actually from prison. He was in prison for 8 years, and in the beginning of the book, Lyric and Eva actually go and fetch him because he's coming out. He's been in prison for 8 years, and it's like, what could he possibly go to prison for? And you find out it's pretty sad, but it's also like, okay, I understand. And yeah, they see each other, and it's like love at first sight. He is incredibly rich. I wouldn't say he's kind, but he's compassionate, and he has a lot of emotional intelligence. And I find that most of her books, Gray Huffington's books, all her men are emotionally intelligent. Like none of them are dumbasses. Like none of them don't quite understand human emotion or like how a female feels. I love how they were speaking about the relationship, talking about like their boundaries and what they need in a relationship and what they can't like stand. And yeah, it was just beautiful love story, beautiful, just everything was beautiful. Yeah, give it 4.5 stars. Yeah, that's all I can say about this book. I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, it has low angst though. Like they kind of do get together pretty quickly, so if you don't like that, please don't read this book. They kind of get together pretty quickly, and yeah, it's not always smooth sailing, but it is, you know, they're together and they're fighting to be together, and it's just like luxury and buying cars, and he buys you a house and he gives you an allowance, and it's just like a billionaire romance, and it's incredible. Like it's one of my favorite billionaire romance. I would call it like a billionaire kind of millionaire romance because he kind of is one. Incredible. Then I read, but I did not finish, The Truth About Heartbreak. This is where my slump started. Yes, this one is age gap. It is adopted sister's adopted daughter romance. It is about Ollie and, is his name Miles? I'm not quite sure what his name is, but I did not finish this book. I've been having quite a hard time with oh, his name Charlie and Ollie. Yeah, it's forbidden, taboo, it's an age gap. So yeah, I don't know. I've kind of been having a hard time with B Celeste books. I don't know if it's me, like I said, I'm the problem, or if it's just like we don't really vibe that well. So yeah, maybe I'll continue it because I know it's pretty taboo, and I love going outside of my comfort zone to read really taboo books. I've never really been disappointed, so I feel like I just stopped it because I don't want to be disappointed because it's pretty taboo. Yeah, it's really, really taboo. But this is where kind of my slump started, where I would start like a book, I would get 40 to 50% into it, and I'm like, should I DNF it? Should I add it as like a book that I've read? I'm not sure. Let me know if you have read it and if you finished it and you feel like I should continue on, then I shall do that. Then I read Someday, and I didn't finish it, by Emma Scott. It's an MM romance. It's a grumpy sunshine, and it's a billionaire romance. I didn't quite finish it. I read like 10% of it, and I was like, ugh, I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe I'm the problem. So yeah, I didn't finish it, obviously. But if you have read it and you liked it and you want me to continue on with it, drop it down in the comments. Then I read The Headmaster by Tiffany Reisz. So this is kind of like Grumpy Sunshine. She's the dean of the school and she's the teacher. She's like the literature English teacher. And yeah, they are kind of secluded. I wouldn't say it's kind of like gothic, but it's almost like dark academia. I think you would kind of call it that. Maybe it's kind of like Gothicana. I think it has kind of that like spooky type of Halloween vibes, I guess. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I am 55% into that book, so I do think I want to finish it this month because it's pretty good read. It's pretty decent, but I was going in and out of books, and yeah, like I said, I could be the problem. I don't know. Then I read and finished A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. So I've been hearing about this book and seeing it on like BookTube and Bookstagram for a while, but I was like, ugh, I don't really want to read it. Kind of like the cover is kind of boring, but like once I read the book, I was like, oh, it's actually like, it's a pretty decent cover actually. But this is like new adult. They kind of in school, well, they are in high school, so it's kind of like new adult-ish, young adult-ish. It's about Bryn and Crow Lancaster. Yeah, it's very polar opposites. Like she's a good girl, he's a bad boy, and yeah, they fall in love. I give it 3.5 stars. It was a bit too long. Actually, I feel like I kind of got scammed with this book. Let me tell you why. So I saw this TikTok. It was like literally, it was an accident. Actually, it wasn't TikTok. It was on YouTube because I don't have TikTok because it's illegal in this country. Oh, it's banned. But I saw like the person was kind of like made it seem like the hero kind of dumps her after they do something together. And if you know the premise of this book and who she is and what she stands for, you pretty much know what it is. And it's kind of like a scandal. She made it seem like it's a scandal, or like he betrays her or something. So I kept waiting for that moment, but it never came. And I don't know if it's because I'm like dark and twisted and I was just like, I wanted that to happen and I just wanted like heartache, or well, like I don't know. Maybe it's me, like I said. Maybe I'm the problem. Give it 3.5 stars. Yeah. That's all I can say about this book. It was okay. It was decent. I feel like if you want a high school romance, this is a pretty good one. Rich, just kind of like upper class type of romance of these high schoolers falling in love. And yeah, that's it. Then I read, but I didn't finish, Broken Whispers by Neva, Altaj. This is the second book in, I couldn't even tell you the series name. But it is an arranged marriage between a former ballerina and a mafia man. He is Russian, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't finish it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm the problem here. I don't know what is going on, but reading Slump, and if it's good, let me know. I know a lot of people like it. I don't know. Maybe I should just wait for when the audiobooks are out and I'll just read it like that, because I don't think I can physically read it. For some reason, it just doesn't have that punch that a mafia romance usually has for me. Or maybe, like I said, I'm the problem. Let me know if I should continue with the book. I'm like 40% into it, so I read a decent amount of it. So yeah, I don't know if I should add it as a DNF or what. Let me know. Then I read and finished Take Me to a River by Kaci Rose. This is a forced proximity romance. He's a giant, literally, like, he's a giant. He's like 7 foot. So the hero is in a lake, or like lives in a lake place cabin by himself when the heroine is lost. She was actually camping with her now ex-boyfriend, because she found out that he was cheating on her during the day, and she went on a walk. She gets lost and she meets the guy, the giant man, and yeah, pretty short, sweet novella. Yeah, forced proximity, cabin, kind of romance, kind of cozy, well, very, very cozy actually, and yeah, liked it. Then I finished off the October month with 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Jenkins Reid. Now, this is a pretty popular book, obviously, and I very much enjoyed it. I had some theories and they were all wrong. It was incredible and sad and just like heartbreaking, and just like it's a really good book. It's a good book. I'm excited to see if it does turn into a movie. I think it will turn into a movie. I'm excited to see who gets chosen to be Evelyn Hugo. She's a powerful, strong, just determined woman, and it was a really incredible book. I think I'm actually gonna bump it up to 5 stars now that I'm thinking about it. Very unique, sort of, there's a very popular person that's kind of like Evelyn Hugo. Is it Taylor something? Her name is Taylor something. Elizabeth Taylor. There we go. Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor. She kind of got married a lot of times, and yeah, can't really tell you anything about this book, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.